Anonymous says, 师父早安吉祥。你说学佛者需要常观无常无我，有烦恼，有生老病死。我有说要有生老病死吗？跟随熟悉的导师学习佛法，学法，常会执着陷入依法也依人，就算导师是如法弘法者，请问您学佛者是否经过一段时日后，需要转向别的导师学法？请问您学佛者这个禁忌与任何一位导师是以法相会，不可以以情绪相属。谢谢您。Okay, so this question is about in a way it's about attachment. It's about attachment. Yeah, that even when we learn Dhamma, we may end up becoming attached to the Dhamma teacher. So that's why the Buddha teach us 依法不依人. Yeah, but when the Buddha say 依法不依人, in a way it's about attachment, but it's more focusing on that our basis, our basis must be on the Dhamma, not simply on the person. So it's the 依法不依人, that means dependent on the Dhamma, and not on the person. It's more about faith. It's actually less about attachment, no? Yeah, but this is not this person's question, okay? But I just want to highlight that the statement 依法不依人 is not so much about attachment, but can be about attachment also, but it's more about where you put your faith in. Our faith should be on the Dhamma and not so much on the person itself. But of course, quite naturally, we start off with a person. I think for most people, we start off with a person to some extent. Some may be more so-called rational, and then we may start off with a person. But sometimes I like to think that people who are rational are just those who are able to rationalize their reliance on the person. So how? But this person started off saying that I say that a Dharma learner, 学佛者, a person who is learning Dharma, should frequently contemplate on impermanence, no self, and that there is defilement, there is birth, aging, sickness, and death. The first three, yes, I often talk about that. That we should reflect on impermanence, we should reflect on no self, we should reflect on our defilements. But there's one part here, 要常观,有生老病死, that there's birth, aging, sickness, and death. I seldom express in this whole sentence. I usually say, reflect on how there's aging, sickness, and death. Reflect on aging, sickness, and death. I seldom tell people to reflect on birth. Although when I teach, when I cover the first noble truth, on suffering, then I will explain why birth is also considered as suffering. So this person's question is then as we learn Dhamma from a teacher whom we are familiar with, then it's inevitable or quite unwittingly we may fall into this reliance on the Dhamma and also reliance on the person, on the teacher. Yeah. And even if the teacher is actually teaching the right Dhamma. Yeah. So this person's question is, for a Dhamma learner, is it then the case that after a certain duration, that after learning from a certain teacher from a certain duration, that one should learn from another teacher? Yeah. Yeah, and to keep in mind that with any one particular teacher or venerable, if you will, that we should be associating with them in terms of the Dhamma, yeah, and not in terms of relations, yeah, or emotions, yeah. So the last part is easy to answer. The last part simply yes, yeah, because if we look at the four reliance, if 不依人这个依义不依文，依了义不依不了义，依智不依事。So this is then parallel with 清净善知识，听闻正法，如理作意，法随法行。So the second set is 清净善知识. So we associate with the wholesome friend, yeah, the good wholesome friend. In this case, let's say we talk about the Dharma teachers, whether it's a venerable or maybe a lay teacher, yeah. So we associate with them for what? Yeah, 听闻正法, to learn the right Dhamma from them, nothing else. Or nothing else. Yeah. If we keep this in mind, then the rest should follow suit. The rest should follow suit. Yeah. But having said that, in the Buddha's time, among the monks, yeah, you see that Venerable Sariputra and Venerable Nanda, they are very close. They are very, they care for each other. Like they would look out for each other in terms of, like, let's say the robes are, you know, things like that. Yeah. It is not like when they happen to meet each other, they just me tofu and then nothing else to say. They will ask each other like, how are things going? You know, if let's say one person is, and not just among the two of them, but among the Sangha, if let's say a monk come over to a new place, and then there are other monks who are staying around there, you will see in the sutta sometimes described in more detail, sometimes in a standard phrase after the cordial talk is over. Yeah, what is the cordial talk? Basically, yeah, how is the weather here? Is the surrounding place okay? Yeah, are you all able to get arms food? Yeah, everybody okay? Yeah, anybody suffering from COVID-19? No, things like that. No. So, but so this is where one have to keep in mind while we care for each other. Yeah, like for example, the past few days, sometimes you see that I rub my eyes. And some students would text me. Yeah, my mom of course will text me. 师傅，你是不是什么什么 immediately on. Yeah, yeah. Whether she see it directly or after that she watched a video or something, or she heard that some students ask, then she will immediately text me. But some other students, out of care and concern, they will also text and ask, hey, Sư phụ, are you okay? Do you need some herbal or whatever? Yeah, this is quite normal. Yeah, and there's nothing that wrong about that. Yeah, the question is then you have to check yourself, is there starting to develop attachment? Yeah. But if there's attachment, whether it's with this or that venerable or this teacher or that teacher or any person for that matter, just shifting is not solving the problem. Yeah, just shifting from one person to the next is not exactly solving the problem itself. Oh, better. But if one cannot solve it, then better shift it. Yeah. Oh, do you understand what I mean? Meaning that we should be working on the attachment problem and not simply saying, oh, because I cannot deal with the attachment, then I will learn here maybe half a year. Then, okay, half a year is my limit. Then I go and find another teacher. Yeah, without making any attempts, putting in any effort, or declaring or consulting the teacher to begin with how to deal with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. If we just shift around, then we're not solving the problem at all. We are just avoiding the problem. But if after trying for, let's say, half a year, 1 year, or 2 or something, and you find that somehow cannot, then you should maybe move. Yeah. Yeah. But in the long term, you should still be working on the attachment thing. Yeah. To check yourself, because that's the whole point of Dhamma, right? Yeah. Otherwise, then how for learn from anyone for that matter, right? Yeah. You should check on yourself, check on oneself. What exactly about the Dharma teacher are we attached to? And this is where it becomes very difficult actually, because we may go into denial. Yeah, and the first level of denial is, no, I'm not attached. Yeah, and I've encountered these students who are like, I'm like, you got to see it yourself. But you don't see it, you don't see it. Then I can't help you also. Yeah, but you need to see it. Yeah, so first level of denial is, no, I'm not attached. Second level is you recognize that there's attachment, but you don't see you are not able to clearly see what you are attached to. Yeah. The more benign attachment would be, oh, but this teacher's explanation is so good, or so it's still related to Dhamma. So this is one area. But I've heard from third party that there are some who admire venerables because of their vocals. Yeah. Wow, this venerable, wow, 他的嗓子很好. Wow, the way he chant or she chant, wow, so nice, no? Like heavenly song. Confirm not me. That one confirm not me. My chanting all over the place. Yeah. So or there are some who admire venerables for their looks. There are. In the Buddha's time there is, now there is, in the future there will still be. Yeah. But this is the part where strong denial may come in, because this is not related to Dhamma. Harder for us to admit that we are attracted to the Dhamma teacher for the wrong reason, because this would seem to be a wrong reason, right? You attend Dhamma class because you like the way the venerable look. Oh, the short hair very nice. Don't laugh, don't laugh. Because some people do, cannot be helped. It just end up that way. Then how? First thing is you must be able to identify that this is the case. And this is where it's very difficult. Very difficult. If it's the earlier part, it's still easy. Earlier part where you're attached to the teacher because, let's say, the teacher, let's say the chanting is very nice. Yeah, it's not so bad because it's still linked to the Dhamma, but it's not so right also. Yeah, or you think, oh, this Dhamma teacher explains so well, then it's easy to become ambiguous. Is it because you benefit from the explanation, or is it simply because you are infatuated with the person's eloquence? The explanation comes in many parts. One is that it's reasonable, it's logical, it makes sense, it elucidates things, but there's also the eloquence part, right? So a person may become attached or infatuated attracted to another person because of the eloquence. Yeah. Or maybe it's because that speaker is an Amor. Then the person speak with a certain slang. And then wow, ooh, you know, the Amor power, whatever it is. Or maybe it's the China power. 哇，这个法师的华语真是好棒啊！You know， 哇，不像我们新加坡人的华语乱七八糟。哇 ，can be any reason. Most importantly, a person who is in this situation need to do some self-reflection and identify the root. Then you can start working on it, and to consult the teacher on how to work on it. But granted, some teachers may not be able to, may feel uncomfortable the moment you declare that, 师父, I have this problem. Then the teacher may say, I think you better go and look for somebody else. Yeah. I've encountered students who are like that, but I tell them, you need to work on it. You must at least tell me you are willing to work on it. If you say you are willing to work on it, you can still stay. If you say you have this attachment problem, but you don't want to work on it, then I say, if you don't want, then then you have to go somewhere else. Cannot. Yeah. The fact that this person actually asked this question, then the means this person recognized that. Then got to do next step. What area are you attached to? Then in whatever area you are attached to, then you have to use Dhamma to go and reflect. Yeah. A very simple way, initial process would be to reflect on how this quality, is it inherent or not inherent? Use emptiness. Yeah. Yeah. This quality is one thing. Then the fact that I find this quality attractive, is it inherent in it? Is there inherentness in the attractiveness? Yeah. Also we can use emptiness. Yeah. Another way is to consider how others may have the same quality. This is not unique to this person. When we are attracted to someone, we tend to think that whatever quality this person has is unique to this person, right? Then we feel very special. This person is so special. Yeah, if this quality is found in everybody, then we will be attracted to everybody. Why this particular person? Because we tend to think that the quality is only found in this one person, or that combination is only found in this one person, but it's not true. Go and reflect. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. So Danny, I'm sorry, but you need to pose your question earlier. Yeah, because I realized I lack discipline in this area, in the sense that I tend to just go on and on. Yeah, my mom used to tell me, 师父, you got to have a time cut off time. I said, Dad, you know what I tell my mom? I take the Dhamma to Yata. I tell her, you go and look at the Buddhas, look at the suttas. The Buddha never say, okay, time's up. I haven't finished, but time's up. You all go back first, come back tomorrow. The Buddha always can be explained whole night. That's why some suttas is overnight. Yeah, but I realized cannot. Every time until 8:15, 8:30, then you all disrupt your work. So Danny, ask the question again. But before we end, Aikin, who are you seeing in your screen now? Very quickly. You need to turn on your mic.
师父.
You see me only, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say Saikyam, can you turn on your mic? Can you speak?
Hello, Aikin.
I see Sister Saikyang.
Okay. So are you using a laptop?
No, handphone.
Oh, handphone. Handphone, I don't know how. But there is a speaker view versus gallery view. So after this, we do dedication, we bow. Then after that, just for today, I will say something. Before we bow, I will say something, so you will see me, okay? But after this, you stay on. Then I need some of the volunteers to stay back. Then we help her. Because I usually use the computer, I don't really know how it appears in the handphone.
Thank you, Sifu.
Okay, put our palms together. Yuan xiao san zang chu fan nao.
愿消三障诸烦恼，
愿得智慧真明了。
愿得智慧真明了，
不愿罪障悉消除，
普愿罪障悉消除，
世世常行菩萨道。
世世常行菩萨道。
阿弥陀佛。起立。
Brothers and sisters, let's ask thanks and pay respect to Sifu with 3 prostration. First prostration,
拜。
second prostration,
再拜。再拜。
third prostration,
三拜。三拜。Okay. In order to activate the speaker view. 啊，师父 quite adaptive 啊。这个老王卖过，自卖吃过。This is how I'm so easily happy though. I'm always able to find qualities worthy of praise for myself. Maybe this is what I should teach my students. How to be able to see something positive about ourselves. Here we meet again, may be guided and protected by the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And as always,
likewise.
have a happy day ahead.